Hi guys, welcome back to the channel, or if you're new, welcome. Today I'm going to be filming my first trimester recap, and by the way, my name is Carmen if you guys didn't know, and this is an alloimmunized pregnancy, meaning that my maternal blood makes antibodies that attack the baby's red blood cells, causing anemia in the baby. I know that probably sounds a little bit scary because my blood is attacking my babies, but I have documented my previous 2 pregnancies and miscarriages, and of us finding out about this whole alloimmunization in pregnancy and all the little things that go into it, what it means, how do we avoid it or avoid this whole anemia thing. It's a lot, okay? I have videos, so I'll just pop that up for you guys. So I am actually 21 weeks and 3 days today, a little bit over halfway, and right now at the second we do know if it's a boy or a girl, but I will not tell you until we get to the gender reveal video. And it took me so long to film this video because one of my pregnancy symptoms was that I was just so tired all the time, and doing normal day things was a struggle. So I finally have a little bit of energy today, so I decided to do it today. So I guess I'll answer maybe some of your questions, like were we trying, what are the pre-pregnancy symptoms I had, and then go into the recap part, like all the symptoms, comparing it with my other pregnancies I had, all that sort of thing. So were we trying? If you didn't know about the histories with my pregnancy, I had 2 pregnancies that resulted in miscarriages. I believe the first one was last year starting in May, and that one was forgot what do you call that kind of miscarriage, like a silent miscarriage where there was no baby inside the sac. So that was the first one, and then the second one was there was a baby, but it stopped growing at, I believe it was 6 weeks and 5 days or something, 6 to 7 weeks, I can't even remember now. So both of those pregnancies I did the medical abortion with the pill, and the second pregnancy that I did it with, it failed, and that got me to become septic, and then I had to get a DNC at the hospital. And if you don't know what a DNC is, it's a procedure where they go in and just scoop it out. For those 2 pregnancies we were trying. I was doing the whole what is it called? My brain does not work anymore. Oh, I was doing the LH strips for those 2, and that's how I got pregnant with those 2 pregnancies. And then for this pregnancy I decided that I didn't want to do it. It was just too much. And then the first period after my DNC procedure, we were like, maybe. So, you know, we did it, and then I didn't think I was going to get pregnant that quickly, but here we are. Hello, me. And then my pre-pregnancy symptoms, before I even did the test, I can't really tell you because I don't think I knew that it was happening, but maybe hormonal changes, like mood swings, and getting a little bit nauseous, I think, in the mornings after I take my vitamin, because I did take or continue to take my prenatals even though we weren't trying, or during the time that we weren't trying at all. Yeah, I think those were the main ones, but you would probably have to ask Vince for those. let's talk about the symptoms I've been having. Well, I've been very tired and fatigued, so I have to take 2 to 3 naps a day, which is quite a bit. And my naps are not like the 20-minute power naps. It's like 2 to 3 hours each. So that's why majority of my day is just sleeping. Oh, I guess I'll just compare it with my other pregnancies too. This pregnancy, I only have sore nipples, whereas my first one, my whole like boob was just so sore, even like touching up here. And then my second one, it was also kind of just my nipples, and yeah, this one is just my nipples. I guess because my boobs were already stretched out after the first one, I guess it just didn't hurt as much. So I did say I get nauseous in the morning after taking my prenatals, and how I dealt with that, it says not to do it on the box. Sorry, it says not to do it on the box, but right now I have Vince wake me up as he gets up for work, and he wakes up really early. I think 5:30 around, and then I actually get up at 7, and so he wakes me up, I take my prenatal, and then I go back to sleep. And I think the box says not to do that, but that is what's been helping. And also with my prenatal, I have to take it on an empty stomach for an hour, and then I can eat 1 hour later, or 1 hour of no eating, take the prenatals, and then 1 hour after that. I felt like waiting 2 hours to eat is just not the best for me, so we've thought of him just waking me up early, and then I'll take it. Oh, and then gagging while brushing my teeth, or strong, smelly, like a stink, or if I didn't eat breakfast right away when I woke up. So yeah, that's one of the things. And then I thought that I would be like really nauseous like some people are, and just be throwing up a lot in the toilet, but for the first trimester, I've only threw up 4 times, I think, 3 to 4 times, and that was because I was brushing my teeth. And I also learned not to brush my teeth in the shower anymore, only do it in the sink, because I almost did a few times in the shower, and that's kind of gross. But it won't be chunky food coming out, thankfully, thank God. It's just like the stomach acid, the yellow stuff that comes out, and then the taste of it just staying in your mouth is so gross. And then it like, oh, you have to breathe through it to stop yourself from gagging and then throwing up some more, and that is rough. In the first trimester, I never expected to be out of breath already. Just like, I thought like, oh, the baby is so low, it's not going to crush or push my lungs up where I would be out of breath, but it starts pretty early on. And I only get out of breath and get very hot when I go on longer walks, or like a short brisk walk, like I'm walking quickly. So even like when I'm running, it's, oh my gosh, I'm just so out of breath. Or when I'm talking quite a bit, like just like now. Before I found out I was pregnant, I actually wanted to start my running journey, and running kind of weight loss journey. And so I was running, and then I was getting like really bad headaches and getting very, very hot when I was running, and just so out of breath, and I was struggling basically, like trying to figure out like, why is this happening, and why is it getting so hard each time I'm running. Turns out I was pregnant. So that is why I had to stop my running journey. Yeah, or just, I can't run normally, I have to run a lot slower. Even though I was running really, really slow, I was running about a 9-minute per kilometer, which is very, very slow. It was really hard for me, so kind of stopped that, and instead of that I do walks now. I got nosebleeds, which was really weird. I didn't know that that would happen, but I found out that it's a pregnancy symptom. Oh, and then bloody gums sometimes is when I floss. And then I didn't think I would have to pee so much already. I thought maybe later in my pregnancy when the baby gets bigger, and that's when you need to pee a lot. But no, first trimester I was already peeing a lot. I would also have to get up in the middle of the night a few times to use the washroom. And then I had restless legs sometimes, and it felt like I needed to move my legs. Just, I don't know how to explain it. It felt like I needed to move my legs constantly when I'm trying to sleep and relax. And my doctor told me the only thing she could think of is to take magnesium. There's nothing you could do about it, so pregnancy. Oh, and I've got acne. I still have a mark on my cheek from the previous pregnancy, actually. And I've been getting pimples on places that I've never had before. I used to be one of I used to only have it on my forehead, this eyebrow, middle of the eyebrow, and forehead. And now I get it on my cheeks, my nose, and my chin. And also the uncontrollable burping. I started playing computer games with Vince, and it just got really gross because I would have my headphones on and then I would just start burping, or like I'll be doing something and it's just like loud belching, and I don't ever burp like that until pregnancy. Gosh, it's so weird. And last thing I think for the symptoms is comparing to my other pregnancies. The last two I had pretty bad constipation, especially the first one. The first one I was so constipated, but for some reason this pregnancy I am not constipated at all. And I don't know what I'm doing or eating. I think I'm eating the same though, because I don't have a whole lot of weird cravings, I think. So I'm kind of eating normally. So now we're talking about cravings. I think in all three of my pregnancies I craved fruit in the first trimester. I wanted like a juicy watermelon or some strawberries, things like that. Like just fruits, like fresh fruits. I don't remember the other two, but this one I think I'm craving a little bit more protein, especially beef and eggs. Chicken is gross to me. Just thinking about a drumstick is gross. I don't really eat chicken much, but I remember eating pho. The smell of pho, or the beef in the pho, made me want to gag, and it was like the idea of eating the noodles was good, but the meat part, just no. So not all the ways of making beef sounds good to me, but making chicken at home just grosses me out. I don't want to touch it, so Vince has to do that part for me. Yeah, other than that, I don't have a lot of cravings. I don't crave sweets like chocolate and candy, not very much. I do eat it, but I don't eat it all the time. I think I do prefer a little bit more savory foods. Things I didn't expect is I didn't have a whole lot of cravings, and morning sickness wasn't bad like other people that I've heard of, and it stopped around 7.5 weeks. There is a crow on my balcony. So how my morning sickness kind of stopped around 7.5 weeks kind of made me really anxious, because the previous 2 pregnancies were like that, where my symptoms kind of just go away, and then when that happened, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm having another miscarriage. I was just like thinking about that and kind of worrying. So that was a little bit scary to me. So that is all I wrote on my phone. I think that is all for my first trimester recap. If you have any questions, feel free to DM me on Instagram or comment in the comment section and I will get back to you. I hope you guys like this video and subscribe for my next video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!